Hey you! Welcome back to the Dugout and Beyond. Thanks for stopping by. So I got some college football with this one today. I know it's been a couple weeks already going in, but hey, still got playing a few more months for the season to go. So got some time here to make my our predictions for who we think is even going to make it first of all into the playoffs and who's going to win. So and also we got some news that I'm kind of not. It's kind of cool that they're doing this. So let's start off with that. By 2024, so in 2 years now, as we know, 2022 right now, the college football board had unanimously voted to expand the playoffs from, I think it was 4 teams, or 4 teams to 12 teams, which would basically give a lot more teams the ability to make it to the championship game. Yes, there's like 2 weeks or something of bowl games, but most of them don't make it to the actual playoffs and everything. Like, they just play for bowl. All right, cool. You had your bowl game. Go and have a great offseason. But with this new expansion, they of course have the ability to have more teams in the playoffs and go and play for that championship. As we know, it's usually Alabama, Georgia, Notre Dame, Ohio State, all those top teams out there, Clemson. Yeah, so we got these teams coming out now with that will have the ability to, right now we have 1 is Alabama, 3 is Ohio State. Who is third? Second is Georgia, I think. I think they switched actually, Georgia and Alabama. I think they have Alabama. Georgia's first and Alabama second. Yeah. So that will be taking place in 2 years, and it's kind of gonna be hopefully exciting. You get more teams to, of course, show out their skill with their players, and many players will be, even though you already know there's a couple hundred, there's already players being drafted from even like JUCO teams, which is junior college teams, which is basically you don't get any scholarships. You just go and you wanna keep on playing, and you have that ability to maybe make it to the next level of college. Yeah, so that will be happening soon. But of course, we do have the college football this year, and let me just see who I think will even make it into the playoffs this year. Let's see who we have. So we of course have here is, I don't know why it's starting with, it should just do automatic like top teams. I don't know why it's doing, I'm seeing divisions, but yeah, okay, no, they actually kept Alabama's 1. So Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Baylor, and Southern California, USC. So a couple of them have a new coach. Yeah, Notre Dame and Southern California have new coach. Of course, we have Alabama. Nick Saban got an extension. Basically, he can lose for the next 5 years and still be considered one of the greatest coaches ever. He basically has one of the longest leashes of like ability to not make it to the next. Yeah, so let me just of course, we can even just start with who I think will make it to the playoffs in the first place. I don't even want to be biased. I'm not biased at all, because all these teams are south of me, or except for Ohio State. Ohio State's like kind of almost directly west of me, sort of. But obviously, I'm not part of any of those states, so it means kind of nothing. My college didn't have a football team. North Carolina is my team, but they're not ranked, which is, I think they might be, but other than that, no. NC State's ranked at 18. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that I don't really know. I don't really think the Georgia offense against who was it, Notre Dame they played, or whoever that that game was. Wow, that was a blowout that they had. I want to find who they destroyed in that game. Let me. Why do I think it was Ohio? Oregon. They beat them 49-3, and then Alabama won. 55-0. But Utah State. Like, these teams are so overpowered, and it's just because they have such great like history in their teams. You kind of can't even say like, oh, like USC's gonna really come out and do it this year. Like, if they lose one and two of those teams don't win and lose a single game, they're not getting into the top they're not getting into even top 5. If you lose 1 to 2 games, you have a chance to not even make it into the top 10, which is kind of crazy. But hey, that's just how college football works. It's just so competitive like that, and just so like tight. That's how every single game is beyond so important. And of course, all these players are trying to get to the next level, called the NFL. Yeah, I'm gonna just, I want to kind of throw a little bit of a throw off in there. I'm gonna say that I think Clemson might come back up a little bit, but like right now, yeah, top 7 teams right now are all undefeated. Yeah, Notre Dame, of course, lost, and LSU is not ranked, but they also had that was a crazy game. Same thing with I think it was Ohio State and Utah University. I think it is UU. That's usually what they stand for. Yeah, there's many crazy games, and yeah, so again, I haven't even given like an actual, like, I've kind of been hopping around in the last couple minutes here, but I think that there's no crazy things happening with teams getting upset or anything. I think it's going to be Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and I think Clemson will sneak past Michigan. I think Notre Dame will make a slight run for it and then kind of fall apart how they already have in the last game or so, and just kind of not be relevant for the next game. But I think it's going to be those 4 teams. Maybe Michigan and Clemson are going to be really fighting for it. Yeah, and I think Texas in the top? No, Texas is not. But they also have that like crazy NIL player, Ubers Quinn, who plays for them. He was Ohio State, made like $8 million in 1 year, and then he transferred to get more playing time to Texas. She didn't say his car got towed when he was at the game. He was thinking that he was like a crazy celebrity, so the car won't get towed. Yeah. So, hey, college football is back. Of course, we are a couple of weeks into it. Again, doesn't matter. Still got to do it, and maybe big upsets are in the future for some of these teams. We don't know. All right. So that's it for this one. It'd be cool if you could like, subscribe, and comment, because hey, for everything, it is free. Takes a second for to do it, and just helps me out. And I'm not gonna stop doing this, but yeah, it'd be awesome if you could do that. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.